Hey everyone, it's Anna. Welcome back to my channel. Thanks so much for visiting. On my last video, I shared all these note cards that I've made using the technique that I was inspired by Denise Love to do. And so I did have some requests to show a process video. I would encourage you to go watch Denise's channel because she's going to show you all kinds of fun things and not just this particular technique that I use, but all kinds of other ones too. But I will show you how I did it. Let's see here. But for the true how-to inspiration, you should probably check out Denise's channel because I just basically did the same thing on all of these, but I'll show you what I did and then we can have a little bit of fun. I also finished up the one that I had was a work in progress on my last video. So I just haven't cut them apart yet and added them to note cards. So here are these. I love the bright blue. So these will be fun little cards. And there you can see the whole spread. And then I also did a brighter blue. So these turned out really fun. If you saw my last video, you might remember that I said I wanted to try something that was more coastal looking. So that's why I kind of went with this brighter blue and green. And left a little more white space in them as well. So that's a fun color palette. And then I did a green one because I realized that I hadn't tried the green shimmer powders yet. So I wanted to try those. So isn't that one fun? I like that one. These have a little bit more gold in them. I went a little crazy with the gold. But I think these are really fun. I love the colors. And these are two different shimmer powders. Let's see. The shimmer powders that I have are, I have one more. Green Parade is this one. So it has a little bit more blue in it. And then this one you can see has a little more yellow, and this one on the ends. That one was Atlantic Burst. So two different green powders on there. I think those are fun. And this one, I just wanted to try and do each square a little bit different. So I used that bright blue again. And then there's that one. This square uses the acrylic inks that I have in the big tubes. This one. And indigo ink. So that's how I got this look here. And it looks like I sprinkled a little bit of this bright blue, or I might have had it on my brush still when I started. So that's that one. I like that one a lot. And then there's that one. And this one, I had a little bit of the Catherine Wheel shimmer powder on my brush after doing the next one over. So I really like these. And then this one I love. I love this bright pop of green on here that I did with the acrylic marker. So those are the ones that I finished. But I'll show you how I at least get started, and then I'll have to set it aside and let it dry because I like to let them dry completely naturally without using a heat tool. It just gives the watercolor and the pigments time to do their magic stuff and not rushing it with a heat gun. So this is the watercolor paper I've been using. It's just relatively inexpensive cold press, but 100% cotton paper from Meeden. And I was taping them off, but since I've been able to kind of just stay away from my lines, I've also just started drawing. You'll see on this one here, I've just started drawing pencil lines to give me a visual break between the squares. So I'll do that on these as well. And let's see. So I have the edge of my block marked with some pencil lines just to let me know where I want to create my line breaks. And then over here is one, and over here is one. So now I can go ahead and just draw some real quick light lines. And these will just end up being my cut line. And I can trim it off a little bit if the pencil still shows, but no biggie. And then finally, these two. So there's my 6 squares, roughly squares. All right, so I'm going to use this old brush. I've had this brush since college. It's a Grumbacher made in China. It's just a bamboo brush. I just typically will use this brush when I'm using shimmer powders or, you know, something that I'm not too concerned about keeping super nice. I have a whole big slew of these from college, so they tend to be my go-to for experimenting, which this really was at the very beginning. So I just continue to use it. So let's start with my favorite one, the shimmer powder, and that's in Violet Brocade. And now these are super, super concentrate pigments. So you want to be really light-handed with these and not go crazy. Don't squeeze it, just tap it. And that will be enough for that one little square. And then we can decide what else we want to put in there. So maybe, I love this turquoise with it, with the purple, so I'll use that. I want to give it a shake because it tends to settle. And then this has a dropper in it. So let's go ahead and get this one started here. My water has blue in it because I didn't change it, but that's okay. It's perfectly fine. And so see the colors, ooh, ah. So there's that. And then I'm going to drop a little bit of this turquoise in there. That's fun. And see how it's pooling down here? That's fun. And then I'm just going to roll this brush around a little bit and get some nice edges. I really like this edge right here. And I really like this, so I don't want to disturb that. So this one might be done. That one might be done. And because I don't want to necessarily waste that color that's on my brush, I can just roll it into the next square. And we can actually try the pink pigments that I have. So this is Pearl X, and these are dry pigments. And I am not concerned about contaminating my bottle. We'll get a little water here. If you hear some wheezing, it's Pixie. So there's that. And I like these uneven edges. I think those are really, really fun. And leaving open space in the middle, that works too. So you can, oh, that one looks like a sad face. But it won't if you turn it a different direction. So see, for example, turn it that way. It doesn't look like a sad face. You know, turn it that way. He doesn't look like a sad face. Or I might forever see it as a sad face. Who knows? But I'm going to kind of leave that one right there. And then let's pick a different color palette. Here, I'll show you how I use this acrylic ink here. Again, I got to shake it up. And I'll combine it with the indigo ink. That'll be pretty. All right, so for this one, I like adding water to the square first. Most of the time, I like just adding color right away and then adding the water to it. But for these, I kind of like adding the water first. And then this is just a liquid acrylic. Drop it in, so fun. You can put another one down here. You can draw squiggly lines with it if your space is bigger. These squares are a little small for that, but you can use it. It comes out pretty fast, but you can squiggle lines with it. That's pretty fun. And then let's add some of the indigo in there. Isn't that fun how it chased the water? Ooh, that's when I screwed the lid on tight. Here, let's put this one. Let's put it right there. You can see how it plays. And then I can take my brush with just a little water on it, and I can move that color around just a little bit if I want to change it. And when Denise does this, she goes in and she uses like, 4 or 5 different colors. And her stuff turns out so fun all the time. But for these little ones, I've just been sticking to 2 really. So I'm going to leave that. I think that's really cool looking. So that'll be fun to see what it does when it dries. And then this circle here is fun too. But I really like the rough edges. All right, so we have 3 more. Let's see. I want to kind of get that off of there. Go. All right, so this one, let's do the orange color. This is Catherine Wheel. See, it kind of poofed out there. And I might get the red one out just in case I want to add a little bit of more red to this one as it's going. And then let's combine this one with this turquoise again. That'll be fun. Okay, so I want to spread my color around. Get some water in here, and then I can add that turquoise ink. You can squiggle around with the tip as well. So that's fun. And I can spread that out a little bit. See, there's really nothing fancy happening here. All right, so let me go ahead and let these dry for a little bit while I think about what colors I want to do over here. I'll get back to you. All right, so I added a little bit of the alizarin crimson powder to this one while it was still wet here. You can see it's still wet. I just wanted to darken up that red a little bit. And you can move it around if you want to get the color moving a little bit. Or you can, use your brush and blend it in as well. But then I thought, we haven't used this indigo yet, and I haven't used the ultramarine blue yet, which is really, 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 really pretty. So why don't we try the ultramarine blue? This stuff is super, super strong. So just be very light-handed if you're using this. That will be enough for probably 3 squares. And then maybe what I'll do too is I'll add the turquoise to it because I just love the turquoise. So we can roll that around. That's fun. And then let's put some of this turquoise in there. Right there. And maybe even some of the indigo as well. Let's just make it a full-on blue. Square. All right, I'm gonna leave that like that and let that dry. I'm super excited to see what happens up here when it dries. It's kind of created like a swoosh. So that might be fun. And then let's try this indigo. I don't know that I've used this one yet. This will be exciting. Whoa! All right. Ooh, pretty. I must have used this one. That is pretty, and I'm gonna go in with this turquoise again. I'm telling you, it's my favorite. Let's see, where do I want to add the turquoise? Open the top. Isn't it cool how it pushes the ink? I like that. There. All right. Now I am going to leave these to dry, and I'll come back to you when I get to the next step. All right, for the most part, these are dry. It's a little, I think it's dry up here, but just a little shiny from that heavier ink, acrylic ink. So let's get started making some fun marks on here. So I'm going to pull out some of these Arctic's acrylic markers to use. I'll have a gold gel pen or a white gel pen, and maybe a silver gel pen. And then I also have some gold ink in this fine line applicator. I saw this technique or this idea on Denise Love's channel as well. And since I had the gold ink and I had a random empty fine tip applicator, I went ahead and put some of this ink in here. And oh, I like how that works. So that's a great idea. All right, so I think what I'm going to do is just start up here in this one. And because these are kind of all different colors, I'm going to have to work with each one kind of as we go. Normally, you know, I would do the whole thing in the same color so that I could just continue through each one of these making various different marks at the same time. But I'm going to have to kind of skip around a little bit. So let's see, I'm going to use this purple marker. I'm going to start up here on this one here. I could probably use the same markers on both of these, but I like these markers because they make this fun teardrop or raindrop shape design there. And I'm just making random marks as they come to mind. Denise is really good about it. You know, as she's talking through her process videos, she's really good about explaining what she's doing, why she's doing it, giving other ideas, and basically just talking you through kind of the creative process that she does. So I'll leave a link to her channel. I encourage you to go check it out because she has very nice videos. Let's see, this turquoise one is probably my favorite of the paint markers. I really like this color on here. And I like doing the tone on tone with the paint markers. So that's fun. And let's see, let's get some darker purple on this one. They look like little fishies. Maybe that's what reminded me of ocean on some of my previous ones. These little marks, they kind of look like a little school of fish. All right, and then maybe some white gel pen, some white gel dots. That might be fun. see. I like doing these little lines coming from the outside edge. And one of the things I noticed that Denise does is she will limit the design that she's doing to a color area. So, you know, she might only do white dots in like this turquoise circular area. And she does a lot more stencil work too. So her projects, they look a little different than these because I'm not using stencils. Put some white dots in the little purple and the turquoise ones. And then come down here and do the same. These now it looks like I'm putting eyeballs on my fishies. It's too fun. Let's see, let's get some white over here. One of the things too I've noticed about using these shimmer powders, it kind of colors the white gel pen. The white gel pen will kind of pick up some of the pigment. So they don't stay true white on all of them. So I think I'll move on to some of the other ones now. I'll do the gold at the end. So I'll start on this green one here. Let's see. I kind of liked this bright yellow green on some of the last ones I did. That is fun. Let's see what other color we have in there. Blue. Let's see. I don't think that color. I think maybe this one. Maybe some white polka dots. And I'm just kind of following the lighter green. Okay, that's fun. And then I can put gold in that as well. Let's see, how about this one down here? A couple brush hairs in there. Oh, I think I'll put the white polka dots in the turquoise area. And see how that adding that little red pigment really darkened this up. So pretty. And since I have the white gel pen going, I might as well continue over here. And since I'm planning on cutting these into, you know, individual pieces, I'm not too worried about continuity within each of the designs. If I was going to leave these as a, you know, a set that was framed or something like that, I might be worried about that, but they are going to be their own individual cards. So this is fun, that little edge right there. And look how dark this is up here. Ooh, that's pretty. It's even a little sparkly. It's so dark. Fun. There's a brush hair in this one too. That's the one thing about these style of brushes. They do tend to lose a lot of hair. Okay, so that's that. Let's see, maybe some gold dots. I could put gold dots on this really, really dark area. That's fun. Let's see, what else? These ones down here need some of these paint pins. I'm going to use this turquoise one again. I could use it on this red area. I could use this color over here too. See, it's just such a good one. Let's see. What else could we do here? Some white gel lines. These will turn pink. Yeah, see, they're already turning pink with that pigment. Let's see. That was my tummy. Oh, let's not forget these guys. All right, so that's fun. Let me try adding a little gold. And it was suggested to keep this bottle, because the ink will come out pretty fast. It was suggested to keep it kind of in a horizontal line so that you're not pouring out so much ink at a time. Let's see, what do I want to do? So just some squiggles, some squares, and some dots. I really like doing this scallop along the edge here. Okay, there we got those two going. Let's see, maybe I'll do a scallop on this side. That's fun. was fun. Oh, let's see. Okay, let's do some squiggles down here. Maybe some random lines down there on that one. Let's see, what else? Maybe some of that up here too. Some random squares. And then let's see, let's do something over here. So see, I'm just playing. Nothing fancy. All right, so there's that. I think that's fun. We've got gold on all of them. And I think I'll add some pencil as well. But I need to let this dry a little bit, I think. Or I can be super careful. How about I just try to be super careful? All right, so I'm going to use this sketching pencil. It's a 4B, so it's a relatively soft, dark pencil. See if I can keep my hand out of the gold. And then we'll see, once I'm done with this, if our sad face guy still looks like a sad face. So I noticed that the pigments also kind of discolor some of the gold. I don't know if you'll be able to see it, but that gold square right there has started to turn green with the blue pigments underneath. So it does, because I guess it's so heavily pigmented, it does pull into the upper layers. There's that. So that's fun. Here's a little spot up here I can add some pencil in. And then this one, I think I'll turn it. Trying to keep my hand out of the gold. It's not dry yet. All right. I think those are fun. Let me take a look at some of my other ones and see if there's anything else I want to do. So I can use these for inspiration. I really like these heavier spots. I only did that on this one. Let's do that again on some of these. So maybe this one would be really cool with that dark purple. There's that. This one might be fun with the dark purple too. That's a little centered. There we go. And then this one, let's see. This one would be fun with the turquoise. I love putting the pop of turquoise in with the red. That's fun. And then this one could have the turquoise also. We could even do it over the boxes and then redo the boxes. So there's that. And actually this one has turquoise in it also, but maybe we do a different color on this one. Maybe we do white, because it's going to color with the pigment. Yeah, see, it's already pulling pigment up into it. That's cool. That is fun. And then let's see, what else did I want to do? I could put I think I'm good. I think I like it the way they are. So there you go. That's how I've been making these fun little masterpieces. Totally inspired by Denise. And you can see it doesn't take a lot of skill. But they're so fun, so very fun. I love doing these. But and you can see I didn't use very many products, just a gold gel pen, a white gel pen, some of the acrylic markers. This I think really finishes them off and like completes them for me. But I think they're super fun. So I'll leave Denise's channel linked down below. Check her out and see all the fun stuff she's been creating, because she does a whole lot more than just these types of little intuitive painting. So thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and I will talk to you again very soon. Bye.